Each July, the mouth of Muddy Creek in Cecil County erupts into a field of yellow blossoms. And few have a better view of this summertime spectacle than Francis Bayard, owner of the neighboring Ordinary Point Farm.
At this time of the year, with all the American lotus blooming, I love just to sit here and watch the herons and the eagles. The more you sit, the more you see. And the sound of summer is all around us.
A narrow peninsula jutting out nearly a mile into the Sassafras River, Ordinary Point was passed down to Frances through her husband Jim's family.
The children and Jim and I used to come for picnics and just enjoy the shoreline.
These days, unless the grandkids are in town, Frances visits alone. Jim passed away in 2013, but not before passing on his love for this unique, multi-use property. Of Ordinary Point's 479 acres, 210 are used for grain production, growing corn, wheat, and soybeans. The rest is largely wildlife habitat. But perhaps the property's most striking feature runs along its 2.9 miles of shoreline.
There are steep cliffs, and the cliffs provide a great overview for the eagles and the osprey and all kinds of wildlife.
Unfortunately, this impressive topography comes with an environmental downside.
The soil is very sandy, it erodes quickly, easily.
And that spells trouble for water quality, as well as for the farm itself. Just ask Steve Crouse, whose family farming operation has cultivated the ground owned by the Bayards for more than 30 years.
Over time, the erosion will work its way right on out into the field, and you lose that ground to farm.
Which is why in 2005, Jim and Frances began working with the Cecil County Soil Conservation District.
Soil Conservation District here in Cecil County has been around for over 70 years. We're here to serve the landowners, the farmers, to basically save the soil here in the Chesapeake Bay. So the Bayard family has been very close to the district and working with us, trying to help with that erosion, trying to keep the sediment and nutrients out of the bay.
Today, conservation engineer Dan Polite is overseeing the install of something called a pipe drop structure. The goal is to cut down on erosion.
The soils in this area are the sassafras soil, which is the Maryland state soil. They're highly erodible soils. So you can kind of see the sheer cliffs, it's actively eroding. And this is what we're trying to prevent with pipe drop structure.
How it works is pretty simple.
It takes water from a higher elevation to a lower elevation via a pipe,
diverting it away from erosion problem areas and preventing it from washing soil into the Sassafras River.
So that water, as it runs off, is not going to be eroding at the top. It's going to go down the pipe and come out at the bottom.
Into a safe outlet, typically a creek bed. This particular pipe drop structure should take the pressure off two of the farm's erosion-prone gullies. But conservation work isn't about any one practice. It's an ongoing process.
We've had slated out close to 21 pipe drops, and we're in the process of building our 5th one here on the farm. And you're never going to stop erosion. By the time you get the last one done, you might have to go back to the first one that you've done and do another one or do a repair.
Because technology changes, hardware wears out, and being a good steward means always adapting so that future generations can enjoy the land in all its myriad uses.
Once the land disappears, it's gone, and that is lost. And especially for a place like this that has so many unique features to the land, it's a perfect place to preserve.